guys, we're back with more Smuggler stuff, and I'm really uber excited. Except not to do the Smuggler stuff. What do you what do you mean? What did I just say? That was blasphemy to half of you guys. Look, here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. So basically, 1.2 came out, and there's a ton of new stuff in the game, and I'll go over a few of this stuff. And I just, before we get started, I do got to mention that all weekend long there'll be more than one video a day, right? You guys are used to one video a day, but there'll be 1.2 specific content coming up all weekend long, maybe progressing into next week as well. But because I've been doing a lot of 1.2 stuff all day, you can see how late it is, and I'm really tired. I even got up when servers came up, which is like 6 o'clock. So I'm not going to be doing as long as a video for today, which is Friday for you guys. But I will be, well, technically it's Thursday for me, but it'll be Friday for you guys when you watch this. But I will be doing the rest of the Smuggler stuff over the weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday will all be normal Smuggler content. But there's a lot to go through here, so I figured I'd take the time to go over a lot of the changes, because there's a lot of changes all at once to the entire series because of the fact of 1.2. So it's best we go over those, right? So first of which is obviously the most predominant, which is the UI. So this is how I set up my UI. I'm still tweaking it here and there. I haven't come up with exactly what I like, but this is basically it. And there's some things I do have to mess around with here, because if you can see, interface editor, ooh geez, mind bomb. I have main HUD 16 by 9 and main HUD. Well, why is that? Why do I have two? Because when I go to my, because I have a 1650 by 1080 or 10 whatever monitor. It's 1650, so it's not 16 by 9, so it's really awkward. So if I run in full screen like I normally do, let's load it. You'll see here that this frame is all awkward. A lot of the frames that pop up over here are all awkward, and this is, it's just ugly. It's super ugly. So let's go back to, close. Go back to 16 by 9. Right. Load that up. If you watched any of the PTR content I did, you know mostly about the interface editor, so I'm not going to go into it too much. I am going to change some things around, like, for instance, how did I do this? I brought these two closer. Yes, okay, see, I'm trying to remember what I just changed whilst I was leveling my consular to get them leveled up so I can unlock that species. I think that's how I did it. I don't quite remember. No, that's not how I did it. I did this, I think. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. This is awful. To be honest, I don't quite remember. We'll just do that. We'll do this. We'll do this. Right? And this is relevant to you guys because this is what you're going to be seeing all the way to the rest of 50 on this character and any other Star Wars stuff I do. So it's important to know which cast bars are which. Player cast bar, target cast bar, and I got to move the target to target. That was the other thing that gets moved when I switch to 16 by 9, and everything else looks fairly good, so we'll keep it at that. So let's just go over some of the changes here. So obviously this is kind of the same down here. I kept it the same because I started getting really used to it, right? The buffs are up over here, right? The target buffs would be up over here. So, and then there's target of target now, so that's always really great. So target of target's down off over here, and then if, say, I casted something, what could I cast? It's cast recuperate. I also have a cast bar for that, so now it'll be easier to monitor Bodar when he's tanking and nonsense like that. So this is the main HUD. I moved the chat window down to the bottom left. I may just end up hiding it while I'm leveling anyways, because it's not like I talk to anybody. But I like it down there. That's where I'm used to the chat window being there from playing Warcraft for so long, right? These bars are still the same on the either side. They're just smaller. I scaled down everything, so there's a lot more real estate on screen here, as you can clearly see, which is really, really good. I moved the mini-map up to the top right corner. Once again, I'm just used to it being there from hiccups from being there from WoW, and I kept the quest tracker pretty much where it's supposed to. Usually it's up in the corner, but I just put it underneath that, and it's so far underneath that because some of the names get really long. I can easily hide it though. When I go outside, you'll see that my companion bar is now down over here, which is really good for me. And I think other than that, the party frames and stuff pop up over here, and that's about all there is as far as the user interface changes go. The only other major thing is that they added finally quest items on the quests here, right? So just like in Warcraft, right? That's there, so that's always very useful. So I don't have to drag it out of the missions items, sorry, in my inventory, which is super good. I did pick up a couple of items. I did pick up this, which I forgot to equip, so let's do that. Let's replace the green. And I picked up 2 really nice relics that I can't use for an entire level, which we will get to this weekend, and I can't use that either. Hopefully I'll get to 36 by the end of the weekend. We'll see. A couple other changes to note for the smuggler stuff is I can now send items back and forth freely between my Republic and Empire characters. So say I have a really nice item from my Empire characters, I can send that directly through the mail to my Republic characters. That's really good. I don't have to use the auction house anymore. It's easy for me to switch money over. So that's that. Another thing to note is I will forever have all of the buffs on this character. You ready for this? Look, no buffs except sprint. Ready? Ready? Lucky, or not lucky shots? Yes, lucky shots. Ooh! So I get the smuggler buff, I get the consular buff, I get the knight buff, and I get the trooper buff because I have a bounty hunter, I have a warrior, I have a consular, and I've got this character, so it buffs them all up, which is really good. You just have to get to chapter 2 to unlock the buffs, which is quite cool. If you didn't see the other video that went up today, and if you didn't know that another video did go up, it's about the legacy system, so I'll go into full detail in the legacy system on that video, so if you're interested in that, check it out. I'm not going to go into it on this one, because you guys don't need to see that, but I do need to go into my talents here. Right, so they changed some of the tree around apparently. I can't notice it off the bat, but that's just what I'm being told. So I figured I'd spec and try to notice the differences and point them out. So that's the same. That's the same. That's the same. This is also the same. So now the aim shot strikes target within 10 meters. Target is knocked back several meters. I think there was another component to that. Right, so I'm going to take that anyways because that was actually really useful for leveling. Then you have snapshot, right? Entering cover has 100% chance because 2 points. Make next charge shot, or charge burst instant, which is good. Keeps a diversion. Now this is new. This is new, or it's changed. It's the same talent. I think it's just changed, right? Charge burst and speed shot critical hits have a 100% chance to reduce the activation of my next aim shots by 1 second. I'm pretty sure that was a slower percentage. Last time I think it was 80. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong, so I'm going to continue on here and just skip over that because you guys will point it out if I'm wrong. So next, basically the same talents here. Energy regen, right? Burst volley, 5% to grant burst volley, increasing alacrity, right? I liked that. I don't need that quite yet, although I do have 19 points remaining, so critical hit chance of charge burst, speed shot, yes. We'll move up, we'll get my trick shot. We'll also get the cooldown reduction on that. What was that? And reduce the activation by 1 second. Ooh, that's difficult. Well, for the time being, I'll take that, and I'll put reduces all area effect damage taken by 30% while Hunker Down is active. That's new. Don't need that for leveling, but I do need increased critical damage by speed shot, quick draw, and trick shot, right? So that'll be the next thing I'd put points into. And obviously the rest is fairly similar. I think they moved a few things around in this tree, but that gives you an idea of what my talents look like now because they are changed slightly. So we'll commit. There we go. Puts all this down on here. So we have abilities not in the right place, so I need to change that. Let's move this down to here. That doesn't need to be on the bar because it's already there. Everything looks pretty accurate as far as that goes. Other thing, new abilities panel. This is going to be important because I'm going to be looking at this a lot, I'm sure. Let's go to the... Ooh, I haven't trained yet. I do have to go get headshot. Dang it, I keep forgetting to train that. I will make sure I do that before I get started. But legacy ability. So this is the other thing you need to know. I have Unity. Like I said, I go over this in detail in the legacy video. But I am going to show you briefly, just in case you guys don't want to go look at that. So Unity, basically 5-minute cooldown, shares the cooldown with Sacrifice. Unity makes it so I take 50% less damage with me and my companion. Sacrifice takes it all, pretty much all of the HP off of my companion and gives me 40% back, so that could save me pretty quickly. I have these 2 legacy abilities that are used when I use my heroic moment, right? My heroic moment also has cooldown reduction on it because I've got certain companions leveled up or maxed out on my other characters. Like I said, that's all in the legacy video. But then I got these 2, which I will definitely use. Legacy Force Choke, 3-second channeled, 10-minute cooldown, got 10-meter range. Yeah, it's Force Choke. It's awesome. And I got my Flamethrower, so I got these 2 because I have a level 50 Bounty Hunter and Warrior. So I'm really excited to use those, if you could imagine. So that's the other thing you're going to be seeing a lot of. Let's see here. What else did I want to go over before we head out? What was it? Oh, yes, that's right. I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to walk past here. Did you notice something? What? Did you notice something? Wait, let me go back. Wait, did you hear that? Exactly. The droid has stopped talking. They just made him stop talking. Oh, until I click on him. Shut up. Oh, my brain just exploded in hatred. So, basically, he just doesn't talk when you get on the ship anymore or when you walk by him, which is really great because he was getting really frustrating with talking over me. The other thing is, I thought that let me go to the legacy window here. That's my family tree. Don't worry about that. I'll get into that in a second because you do need to know what this is all about here, this whole system. But as far as the other unlocks go, the repair droid. Now it says it unlocks an astromech droid, which is like an R2 unit, on all character ships that buys items, repairs gear, sells unique modifications for your personal protocol droid. I thought those personal modifications also included the restraining bolt, but the restraining bolt comes standard on him now. That is a good change. Good job, BioWare. I am excited for that. Why? Because I can be, and it's just awesome that I have that. So there's that. So he doesn't talk anymore. I wanted to show you guys that because that was him. Did he just disappear? Oh no, I'm in the wrong spot. I was like, oh, I talked about him not talking and he just disappeared. Now I'll never find him. Before it was like a cowbell walking around. I always knew where he was at. Right, the other system relevant to Smuggler stuff from now on is this. The customized appearance, right? You ready for this? Alright, pops out like that. That was me. That wasn't the thing. It doesn't make or it does make a sound effect, but it's so quiet you guys can't hear it. So obviously I have the head slot hidden because it's hideous. I don't have Sith corruption anyways, otherwise I would be pumped up. But the unified colors is the thing here. So let me just undo. Let me just undo this. Let me just back her up. Let me get in the light here. That was a perfect spot. Now you can see my pants got like these. It's got like one white color. They're really awkward pants. They're like Michael Jackson 90s music video pants, right? It's even got the moose knuckle. going on right up in there. Yep, visual image just for you guys, so check it out. Now I can make them a bit less fashion demanding, I guess you could call it. So pop this on, and it gives you a basic color scheme of whatever I have on my chest. So it binds it to the color of my chest piece. So for instance, these gloves that are really bulky, I can make them look nice and red and ugly. But I'm not going to do that because it makes them really ugly. So let's just forget about that. As far as the belt goes, I don't know if it changes much. Let's check. I didn't notice the change. We're just going to unify it anyways. The boots, let me back her up. Boots are green right now, but if I unify the chest, make some much darker color, much more. Let's go back so you can see that change again. There we go. Green to kind of blackish green, which matches what I got going on with the chest piece here. And the helm, if I showed it, that's a unified. That's a not unified. It's ugly anyway. It's so ugly it doesn't change at all. Oop, went into my face. So other than that, I think I'm just gonna leave the rest. Oh, let's hide that ugly thing. And last thing to note for the Smuggler playthrough is from now on you're going to be starting to see this, which is user interface. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Graphics, there we go. The graphics are all set to high now. I can run the game without having anti-aliasing to low and texture and is that word to medium. But I do have this to medium. Right, that helps me out quite a bit because it's not like I'm seeing a lot of characters anyways. So keep that to medium, keeps my frames up, frames per second that is. And the last thing is keeping character texture. Right, this is the best thing ever to happen because all my characters will now look really pretty. Like just look at the detail in the hair now. Like you can see the difference if you watch the other stuff. It just looks better. But with the new patch stuff, you will see improved performance. So my frame rates will be higher than usual. So if I'm in Belsavis, the sucker of all frame rates, I should be running like 5 frames per second faster, which is really good. Makes the video look a bit smoother. It's good for you guys. You guys should like that quite a bit. And everything will just look more pretty in general. So let's look at Risha. Her hair is too looks pretty. She refuses to show her face to me after that whole incident on the space station. We don't like to talk about that. I don't know why she's putting her gun in the console there. We won't really talk about that because that's a weird bug. And I think the person who would show it was there somebody in here? Wait a which is this a Risha within a Risha? Is this Risha Sepson? Is this a dream within a dream? What just happened? I have 2 of them on my ship. That's a weird bug. I'm gonna report that. Don't mind me. She's not there. She's not really there. She's not really there, guys. Don't shut up. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here, and Bodar would be the other one that. Wow, did his sword do that before? I don't think it did. Is that a new effect? That's really cool. Anyways, his hair should be the other major difference you'd see with the character atlasing texture on, other than his hands still twitch out. Don't ask me. But like, look at it. You glowing when I target you? He doesn't like me checking him out. But look at his legs there. You could see the difference in the hair quality, which is also really good. I would go look at Corso, but he's still got that ugly helm on, so let's not do that. And very last thing to close out this video, because like I said, I'm really tired, I need some sleep, so I can get all of the rest of the Smuggler stuff done tomorrow without me saying a ton of stupid stuff. So, although you guys typically like that. So this is the last thing, Flourish Shot. I should be using a lot more often now, because before it just reduced the armor by 20% of the target. Now it reduces the healing received as well for 9 seconds. So that is a very good ability to be using. I want you guys to keep me accountable for this. I want to become better at playing the Smuggler. I'm not good at it, I know. But please, if you see me not using Flourish Shot, point it out, and I will make sure I change that, because eventually I'll just get fed up with you guys talking to me about Flourish Shot, and I'll start using it. Right, that's my goal. So, I think I'm going to end on that note, and I'm going to be back tomorrow with more 1.2 stuff, legacy stuff. I'll probably do the new Flashpoint. I might show a little bit of the new raid. We're doing that tomorrow. Just everything. The new dailies. There's so much with the 1.2 content. I can't cover it all in one video, so you're just going to see a ton of videos this weekend. Keep an eye out for the rest of the Smuggler stuff. I will continue leveling tomorrow, so expect that. And I will see you guys. Look at those beautiful beauty eyes. They shimmer. I'll see you guys next time.